Hey guys, welcome to my first look at the new Tau Ghostkeel suit. This is a follow-on from the video I did a few days ago on the new Storm Surge, which proved quite a popular video actually. It was the second most watched video on my channel ever, and the fastest growing one in terms of how quick people cottoned on and watched it. So yeah, hopefully this will be interesting and informative as well. Say this is really early stages. This filming this on Tuesday evening, the 6th of October, and the rules for this haven't even officially come out yet. The White Dwarf with it in is still 3 or 4 days away. But this is from leaks on the internet, but they're pretty solid leaks. You know, it's not just text documents, it's scans of the White Dwarf page, but this is all unofficial at the moment. So you know, this could change when the rules for the new codex come out. But so just want to take a quick look at the Ghostkeel. So it's a stealth suit on steroids. Is kind of how this thing is. It's bigger than a broadside suit by the looks of it, but a bit smaller than a riptide, and it's a jetpack monstrous creature, which is pretty cool. Same sort of idea as the broadside. The riptide, and these can come in squads of up to 3. And unlike the Storm Surge, which is just too big, too expensive to commonly see squads of 3, although the rules allow it, this I think people are going to be taking in squads of 3 because it's 130 points stock, a few little upgrades available, but you know, it's in the same sort of price range as things like Vindicators and Predators in the Space Marine list, which you know are starting to crop up more and more commonly in squads. So I think we're going to be seeing squads of these on the tabletop very soon. It's toughness 6 with 4 wounds and a 3+ save, which you know is solid enough, but that's not really where its strength sort of and survivability lies. It's in just how hard it's going to be to actually hit this thing. It has stealth naturally and comes free with 2 stealth drones. These upgrade the stealth to shrouding. Now, the rules are a little unclear. Some of the interpretations are saying it gives stealth and shrouded. Personally, that's not how I think it's going to work, but that, you know, may be a possibility and something that hopefully GW clarify either when the codex comes out or in an FAQ later. Certainly they're no strangers to releasing release date FAQs for Tau. They did it with the missile drones in the last codex, so you know this is going to need to be clarified, but it's certainly got some sort of boost to its cover saves. Now, it's also got a piece of war gear that doubles the benefit it gets from stealth and shrouded. So if this just has shrouded, so stealth stock, then the shield drones or the stealth drones upgrade that to shrouded. That's going to give it +4 to its cover save, which means standing out in the open, it's going to have a 3+ cover save. That is if it's being fired at from over 12 inches. Inside 12 inches it doesn't get the doubling bonus, but to be honest, if you're within inside 12 inches and you're playing Tau, something's gone wrong anyway. You're not really wanting to stand that close, especially when you've got the option to move away in the assault phase with the jetpack. So that's 3+ standing in the open in broad daylight. That means any boost to its cover at all, whether it's just standing in a crater, hiding behind a tree, or it's just night fighting rules apply, that's going to be up to a 2+ cover save. Now, there are ways to negate cover saves, but most of them then wouldn't get through the 3-up armour, and you know it's still toughness 6 with 4 wounds, so this thing is going to stick around a lot. And just, you know, because it didn't need any more survivability, they've also given it a rule where once per game, when an opponent targets it, you can basically disrupt their shooting and they can only counter snap firing. So when I was thinking about what you could actually, you know, use to get past the armour and cover save of this, you're going to need something with ignores cover and at least AP3. And the weapons I came up with actually commonly have that rule. Off the top of my head, the armies I play, Flamestorm Cannon, yeah, but if it's snap firing it can't shoot. Vindicator firing in a squadron of 3. Again, large blast template, can't shoot if it's reduced to snap firing. So yeah, with this once per game rule, combined with all its buffs to cover saves, and its multiple wounds, reasonably good toughness, decent armour, these things are going to be a job and a half to kill. The only way I can see these going down is either massed ignores cover firepower, someone getting inside 12 inches with it out in the open, or fast moving assault units. So they're not going to be unkillable, and I hesitate to call something broken until I've really seen what it can do on the table, but these are going to be a hell of a tough job to kill. Now, weapons wise, you come stock with either a fusion collider and flamers. Now that fusion collider is essentially a fusion blaster, so an 18-inch range melter gun, but it's got a small blast, which is a decent gun. And you can upgrade the flamers to either fusion blasters, that's twin-link fusion blasters, or twin-link burst cannon. So you've got a suit here that can potentially pack 2 fusion weapons, 18-inch range, one with a blast, one with twin-linked. So there's going to be an accurate short-range shooting suit here. Alternatively, you can forego that anti-tank potential of the shooting to go for a more anti-infantry setup with burst cannons for the twin-link weapon, and replacing the fusion collider with the cyclic ion rake. Now this is like a boosted badass version of the cyclic ion cannon. You're looking at strength 7 or 8 depending on which mode you fire at, and either 6 shots or 1 large blast. But these are only AP4, so these are going to be more of an anti-medium to light infantry. It's going to come up against some problems if you're trying to take out high armour save units. So yeah, with this suit, which naturally for a Tau battlesuit comes with multi-trackers, so it's going to be able to fire both its weapons, it can fulfill a number of roles, either a very sort of short-ranged anti-tank role, deep striking in with those fusion blasters, or an anti-infantry role with the burst cannons and the ion rakes, or have a bit of a mix and match. This is a type of battlesuit where I could see that working. It's got deep strike, it can do the jump shoot jump to avoid assaults, can use cover probably more effectively than just about any other unit in the game to avoid getting shot at. So this is going to be a really powerful battlesuit, and I can see Tau armies almost sort of having these as an auto include for one slot, either like a single suicide dude with the fusion weapons, or full squad of 3, and tournament lists I think are going to be running 3 squads of these potentially. Now the one thing that might reduce how many of them you see on the table is what they're competing against. They're an elite choice. So in a standard Force Org, you're going to be forced to choose between these guys, stealth suits, Riptide, crisis suits. It's a lot of good Tau elite choices, but I think the new codex, when it comes out in a few weeks' time, is going to get around some of this, because the last 3 or 4 40k codexes we've seen have had a lot of formations available to them, and that is going to open up all kinds of options. I can see them perhaps publishing a formation that has got like these guys supported by stealth suits, and that's a formation, so that's not using one of your Force Org slots. So then you could easily have these guys, you could have 4 or 5 units if you play it right, and that's going to be seriously scary. So let me know what you think. Is this suit really going to be the real sort of strength and power scary unit of the Tau Codex, or am I missing a way to deal with it here? I say, looking forward to hearing what you've got to say about this, and not so much looking forward to coming across these, because these are going to be badass. See you later. Bye.